Hi everyone, Hedrick here, Principal Horticulturist of Plant Visions. Some of you know me as Hendrika. Today I am going to be showing you how I sharpen my hedge pruner. Yes, these blades, these teeth here needs to be sharp so that you can get nice clean cuts so that your garden, your hedges will be really pretty. If you see, when you do your hedge pruning, you see one of these pictures here, what's the word? The branches are getting frayed. Okay, then you know that you need to sharpen your blades. So I'm going to be showing you how I do it, and hopefully they will also be super razor. So let's get going. So here are the tools that I need to do my blade sharpening. You need a pair of clamps to clamp your blades down onto the bench. So you definitely need a bench. One wrench, okay, or spanner. So you need the original spanner that came with the hedger, because you need this bit for the screw head to take out the screws that are holding on to the blades. And of course, to make things faster, I use a power drill, and then I will use an angle grinder. Alright, this angle grinder is at 80 grit coarseness. It doesn't show you, but you can just use 80 grit to fit it onto any angle grinder, and that will be all. So the first thing we need to do is take out all these screws. So this screw, alright, these screws here are having a, a bolt, a washer. And then at the back, you can see that there is a nut here. So in order to take it out, I find that instead of using a socket spanner, because right down here, it's really hard to get to with the, you see here, okay? This last one is really narrow. Where is it? Yeah, this last one here is really narrow. Okay, so I find that just using a normal spanner would just do the trick. So here goes. Of course, I always have a little container to put all my bits and pieces. You don't want them to go missing. Sometimes you can see here, alright, it's too tight. See, it swings everywhere. So what I need to do is still use the manual. Okay, screwdriver, put this at the bottom of the nut, and then just to keep it in place and just turn. There you go, just loosen it. Okay, like so. Yep, just loosen it a little bit. Oops. Sometimes I had issues where this whole nut and bolt set just dropped out, so now I'm pretty careful about how tight I tighten them. So tighten them pretty tight. And I don't use thread locker. Hate that. Okay, so I manually take it out, loosen it. Okay, and then now I can use this. Watch for things dropping out. You will see that there is the screw. Alright, then you gotta put it back in with the washer. And then there is a spacer. Okay, you see it? Little spacer. So you keep it always like this as a set. So you will not, have it to go missing. The nut bolt sets have been taken out. I have kept them all here. Next thing that we need to do, I usually put them on the floor. I live in a very small space, so I just make whatever space I have got. Okay, next thing you need to do is to take out, let me turn the camera, take out these 6 screws here. Usually they come out quite easily. Then, get all these screws, I put it back in my little container. So everything goes into one container, it won't go missing. Then you slowly peel away. Alright, so this is the cover for the gearbox. This is the gasket. Bit yuck, yeah, a lot of grease here, which for me, each time, you see all this dirty grease, each time I sharpen, I have to change the grease here. You see how dirty it is? That's not too bad, but you know, it's not too super black. I still change it. Next thing here, there is a spacer. Okay, take that out. I usually give it a good clean. Take, you know, old shirts, socks, whatnot. Just give it a clean. This gets really dirty. Good clean. Better. Back in the box. Now, when it comes to doing this one, you can see that there is a lot of gears. Let me show you. You can see the gear. This is as I turn this gear, you can see the hedger moving. Alright, see the hedger moving here? So when you take it out, you got to put it in the same orientation as you put it back. So as I take this out, this is the top blade. We can see how horrible it is, full of plant resin and gum and stuff like that. Okay, so definitely needs a clean. This is the underside, really brown. Alright, yuck. Now this is the blade. Okay, so this is the blade. I'm going to show you how sharp or how blunt it is now. Right, paper. I'm just going to run it across. See, it tears really bad. Not a nice cut. Try it again. As you can see, okay, no good. It tears. Alright, can you see? It tears. Not a clean cut. You can try. So, how I'm going to sharpen this is I always, okay, for me, I put the cutting blades onto the edge of the bench. Alright, like so. And then, hope you can see most of the whole blade. I will take one clamp and clamp the teeth. Alright, so I'll clamp the teeth here. That's what I'm doing here. You want the blades, the groove of this to be as far, you know, out. I'll show you in a bit, off the bench as possible. Another one. I usually put at the far end here. You can see I always put at the far end here. Okay. So as you see the teeth, okay, so you can see the teeth are really to the edge of, you can see, okay, the bench. And what I'm going to do, the first thing I do when I turn on the grinder, okay, is I will polish the surface like so. See the difference? Okay, so with the polishing, I get rid of all the plant gunk, you know, all the resin bits on top. This is the difference, so I'll keep continuing doing this for the whole what's the word? The whole blade, and even here as well. You see the difference? Bring the camera closer to you. Ah, this is already polished, and these are unpolished. Okay, so next. So I switch again. You don't want the blades to keep bouncing everywhere. Okay, as you can see, I finished all on this side. I'm going to start on the other side. So how I do normally is I stand up. I put the cord below so I don't, the cord doesn't get away with this, otherwise it's gone. So I've done both sides, let me show you. Oh, it's always important to wear your personal protective gear, such as your earmuffs and your goggles. So yeah. Okay, that's public service announcement. Let's take a look at the blades now. So as you can see, they are now all shiny and clean. Not super clean. Sometimes I don't take all of it out. I don't want to damage too much of the metal, because as you're grinding, you thin down the metal a bit. So this is pretty much my, not so super detailed way of sharpening. Alright, as you can have a good look at it. So now I'm going to flip onto the other side, which is pretty easy. Just flip it over. So all you do is just flip it over. Okay, as you can see, it is still very dirty here. So I need to clean all that. And same thing, this time around you just put it flat, don't have to do this, because you just want to smooth out and clean, this surface here. I'm pretty much done with this side. I'm going to move the clamp over here so I can work on this side. So it's as clean as I want to get it to be today. I don't like grinding too much of it off. So here it is for a closer look. So it's clean enough. So now let's try the sharpness of the blade. We have our envelope again. Alright. And then this time I'm just going to... Oh, it just cuts! See that? Do it again. Envelope. Oh, slices clean. It's clean. I can go again. Clean cut. Try again. So easy. You see? Beautiful, beautiful clean cut. Okay, so I'm going to do the other side, and later on we'll come back and assemble it together. So now we're going to put these blades back into the gearbox. So how we're going to do that? So very simple. Alright, did it as what we did before in the same order. For this blade, we take out the gear, put this in nicely. Remember, the flat side is always facing down. Okay, for the first one, make sure it sits nicely. Put the gear down and give it a little rotate so that it will sit in properly. Okay, make sure you can do this. Next one, this blade, make sure this flat side where the cutting sides are, where all these angles are on the top. Basically the same orientation as you took it out. Make sure it sits flush and nice, and as you can turn, make sure it will move. Alright, see? Make sure it will go. Watch here. There you know you've done it correctly. So as I was saying, each time I do my pruning, or not pruning, each time I do my sharpening, I would refresh the oil, as in the grease. So you just take some, multi-purpose grease. Take a handful. I'll just squeeze here one, and put one lump here. That's it. Should be plenty because I do it about every 2 to 3 months. And I hedge maybe about, all together in 2 to 3 months, about 40 hours. It's not too bad. And what I'll do is next thing you need to do, put in your spacer, okay, like so. And let me get the cover. So this I'm going to wipe away. Alright, clean this off. Clean off all the black crap on the gasket and the cover. Close the lid. Okay, make sure it is nice and flat. You don't want it bumping out. Okay, like so. Put all the screws back in. When I use my auto drill, I usually put it at 7 because you want it tight, but not too tight. When you take it out, it's a problem. So 7 is fine. Just enough. Not too tight, about halfway. Next, same thing, the nuts, the bolt, spacer, washer, nut. Take out the nut, this whole assembly goes on top. Okay, same orientation all the way, so I'm going to do it. Oh, how do we tighten this again? Same thing, use your spanner, put it below where the nut is, and tighten. Just like that. You have to have this resistance to know that it is at the right tension. Same thing. Okay, we're done. Give it a test to make sure it is running. Pump the valve. And done. Thanks for watching.